Oh shit, Akihiko's got quite the kit. So he's actually quite simple to use, in fact. He's very quick, but he's also very short range. Look at this jab. There's like no animation to it. Look at this, he barely moves. He's been training in the woods. He's got a flippin' hunting knife too. Anyways, his basic combo is flippin' insane. He has the God Step. Check this out. So he goes like this. Teleports, teleports, teleports. Instant air combo. It's insane. He's flipping all over the place. He does have an all-out. Does take quite a long wind-up though. So it goes like this. Does like an overhead swing, basically. Got the regular combo still. As for his persona, it's actually quite nice. So he has an overhead slam similar to Kanji's almost, not as wide though. Pretty simple. And his B is actually quite interesting. It's a suction. So I can put it here, you know, move my opponent in, which is really nice because I got a favorite combo on Akihiko now. So I hit him with 2 lights, then I hit him with 2 heavies, and then I'll hit him with an uppercut move that is his special move. So it goes like this. It's a 6-hit combo, pretty reliable because I just go 1-2, 1-2, and then 1-2. And I can switch it up a bit too because since it's so short range, if I want to execute this right, I can do this, and then I will always hit it. When he's on the ground, I consider doing another move, so like this. Whoops, I fucked it up. So let me do this. And then when he's on the ground, hit him up. When he's on the ground, I can hit him up and then uppercut again. Like that. That's a 9-hit combo. So I could do that as well because I'd like to be a bit more advanced though. So down, up, up again. I don't know. Kind of like developing my own combos, even though they don't really, they're more for like flair, but there is that. His combos are quite interesting though. So he has something called kill rush, which is this, which is rush, and then after the rush you can choose which direction to finish your last move. So if I go straight, he does a forward thrust like this. Hopefully I can do it like that, and it pushes you back. Or he can do an overhead. Or he can do a back. Shit. Like that. So he can do a thrust, he can do an overhead, or he can do a straight. Honestly, the straight seems more stronger because it pushes you back. And getting some distance is actually very valuable in this game, so...
What's the matter? I'm right here.
I'll probably only go for that one. That's pretty nice. But yeah, anyways... that is pretty much it to Akihiko. He's got quite a very simple moveset. Basically stay close to your enemy and you're good. I'll just end it with the little finisher and then we'll get to it. Poor you, he's becoming my damage dummy. I just smash him into the ground. Like he becomes the world. Alright. Also, I mean, I have been playing training mode, so unfortunately I have been spoiled as to who the other characters is. And I am very happy to find out that Adachi is apparently a playable character. Which, honestly... how? Who let this man out of prison? Don't tell him we needed him for the investigation too. Alright, let's begin with Akihiko's story. Oh, I thought he was going to be in the mountains or something. South America?
A long way from home.
Did I see that right? South America? Ever since I left Japan, I've been constantly searching for places to test my strength. Before I knew it, I wound up in the same half-assed... I end up on the half-ass end of the globe. As I walk down a dark alley, a dry wind blows. Akihiko, you don't even look like you're in the real world anymore. You look like you're in a post-apocalyptic anime. I can see people inside the buildings, but I don't sense any life there. Just because it's quiet doesn't mean that it's anything close to safe, though. Well, it just shows that not anywhere in the world is affluent. I sense a hostile presence from somewhere. I glance around and see 2 thugs smirking at me with narrowed eyes. Our gazes meet and suddenly those thugs, a seedy looking large man and a thin man, stand before me.
Yo, bro. Haven't seen your mug around here. Lucky thing we noticed you. Come on, man. Spare us some change. We just need a little, man. We'll double it in no time in that gambling den over there.
You're in my way. Move it.
The thugs are momentarily stunned by my answer, but their shock quickly dissolves into anger.
And we were being friendly. I should have pulled this on you at the start.
The large man's words produce a fusillade of spittle as he simultaneously whips out what he believes is his trump card. Oh god, the more I do these episodes, the more I lose my inability to speak. Or more like my ability, not inability. It's a gun. He waves the muzzle in front of my face in a threatening manner.
A body like that and you gotta resort to a gun? Pathetic. To begin with, do I really look like I carry that much money on me?
Ain't you Japanese? Most Asians stupid enough to come waltz around here are loaded.
Damn, he
Come on,
knows.
give me everything you got, or it's gonna be your brains on the floor.
The large man is quite short-tempered. I wonder if his mood swings are due to the lack of calcium in his diet. I guess you really don't get to choose what you eat when you live in a place like this. The large man apparently realizes that he can simply take my cash when I'm dead, and his fat finger squeezes the trigger before I can reply. The gunshot rings out and sends a shockwave throughout the alley's dry air.
Son of a bitch!
The large man stands stupefied. He recollects himself and throws a few more rounds my way.
What the? What kind of hit him?
Because I got the god step, that's why. Haven't you seen my light combo? It's because I'm dodging his shots, not the bullets. They obviously move faster than the human body. When a slow man uses a gun, the problem is that he has to point the gun where he wants to send the bullets, and I can see him doing that. I'm just reading his gun's movements and getting out of his line of fire before he shoots. It's that simple. No fucking way Akihiko here is just casually dodging bullets. It's gotta be the most... He's the craziest Persona member. No one has ever done this before. I bet he thinks there's something wrong with the gun, or that he's not aiming well. Some people. I think he's the embodiment of the phrase, big head, little wit. He never realizes what's happening. I dodge his hail of bullets and quickly close the distance to my attempted murderer. I get a good look at his face, contorting in fear and confusion.
Checkmate.
I strike once, burying my fist into his porcine gut. His body lifts off the ground for a brief moment before it collapses on the ground. Massive impact lifts a huge cloud of dust and then the man doesn't stir.
You should be more careful who you pick your fights with.
Yo, Akihiko, take the gun. Sell it off for money.
You bastard!
Gringo. The thin man pulls something from his pocket. I hear the loud click of a switchblade being unfolded. He drops into a crouch, coiled and ready to strike.
At least you know the basics.
The reprobate extends his arms and thrusts the dully shining knife towards me in a telegraphed attack. Yo, Akihiko needs his own Yakuza game. I get inside his arm and swipe the attack angle of the blade out of the way with my right hand, striking my left hand underneath his jaw. Since he attacks in the most obvious fashion, I repel the attack with the most obvious counter. The uppercut lands flush and the man is cast into the air as he utters an undignified scream.
I gotta hand it to you for not abandoning your pal.
Sheesh. I didn't come on a journey to waste my time getting into scraps that don't even rate as a good warm-up. Although, honestly, pretty much all that I've had encountered so far in my training was a continuous morass of tedious quarrels. Now up ahead, huh? I noticed that the dust from the fat man's landing has gotten on my cape and I brush it off. This is the only mark that I took from the encounter. Bodily injuries will heal over time even if they're left alone, but the same can't be said about one's clothing.
Damn, that was impressive stuff.
Someone speaks to me out of the blue. Don't fucking play the Iwa Todai dorm music when I'm out on the streets of South America. I glance over and see a man who looks like a bartender hesitantly emerge from a nearby bar. It seems he was watching the whole thing unfold.
What a fight! And against a man with a gun? Are you a ninja or something?
Yeah, I'm a shinobi.
Nah, that's not important. Where are the police? I'd have thought all the gunfire would catch their attention.
The bartender responds to my bewilderment by laughing in an even more dumbfounded manner and shrugs.
Things like that happen all the time. The only authority here is the cartel. Everyone who's not connected dies in poverty. That's been how it works for over 50 years.
I see.
Those who are not connected. Upon hearing that, a bitter feeling wells up inside me. Everything in this world relies on connections, and connections are just another form of power. People say that what's most important can't be obtained by power, but I figure that means the other 99.9% of everything is simply a matter of power. That includes one's lifespan, and at times the lifespan of those close to you as well.
Hey, why not stop in for a drink? It's on the house. Seeing what you did made my day.
The bartender's cheerful voice snaps me out of my ruminations.
Are you sure? The cartel you mentioned might not like that.
Hey, I'll get off easy compared to you. All I did was offer you a drink, not beat the hell out of their goons.
A drink, huh?
Do you have the good stuff in stock?
Huh?
It's hard to obtain that certain something around here. I haven't had any for a couple days now.
Oh my god, he wants protein, right?
Actually, I'm starting to go into withdrawal.
What is it you're talking about, mister? Listen, I run a clean bar.
Protein. I need a double shot of protein.
I knew it.
Huh? Pro?
Make it quick. It's only half as effective 30 minutes after I've burned some calories.
Sorry, I don't know that brand. Is that some kind of sake?
No. It's alright if you don't have any.
But damn it. My energy levels are low. Sheesh, what am I thinking? You never know unless you try, but it was pretty stupid of me to expect a bartender in a dive bar like this would have protein drinks. I shake my head and collect myself. When I finally return to Japan, I'll have all the protein my muscle fibers are crying out for. Sounds great, just thinking about it. Mountains of protein, protein as far as the eye can see. But my daydreams of what a world of infinite protein would look like are interrupted. Oh, my smartphone. I take out my cell phone and see that I've received an email. There are 3 important things on this sub-display. The first thing is the icon that tells me the international roaming service is in effect. Second is the name Kirijo. And the last thing is the word urgent.
Looks like opportunity's knocking sooner than I expected.
I can't hide my smirk. The fact that the message is urgent means that I'm being summoned for a mission.
Fine with me. I haven't found any opponents worth my time here anyway.
Akihiko, like, he's literally just going around the globe. He's like Goku. He's going around the world searching for new opponents. It's crazy. Plus, the training journey I'm on was preparing for these missions. It was my way of showing that I would be suited for taking on these special missions as a professional. It seems that either my plan is working or that it is fate telling me that the time to display my results has come.
I can't wait to see what kind of challenge there is in store for me now.
A bunch of high school kids, that's what. I imagine what this unknown enemy could be and thrust my left fist proudly towards the foreign winds. I can't keep my body from trembling with excitement and I plant my fist right into my palm. Okay. He's gonna be beating up more shadows. Early morning, May 3rd, Japan. After a flight that took over half a day, I arrive in Japan. Every time I fly, it always strikes me how cramped the seats are and how dull it is to be on long flights. Considering that we're being placed in a hypoxic environment, it's a waste not to equip the seats with pec decks or give us access to some cardio equipment. What's a pec deck? As I head towards the arrival lobby while thinking about my ideal airline, I hear something I haven't heard in a while. A newscaster reporting in my mother tongue.
Good morning. It's May 3rd, Constitution Memorial Day. Our top story today is an update on the hijacking 2 days ago. 5 men attempted a daring hijacking of a domestic airline, the first such incident in Japan in the 21st century. Police began their official interrogation of the arrested suspects this morning. But all depositions have been vague so far, with suspects complaining of muddled memories. Psychiatric exams are being considered.
That must be the incident she mentioned in her email.
2 days ago in Japan, a jumbo jet bound for Kagoshima was hijacked by a group of 5 men. The hijacking attempt was quickly dealt with because of the hijackers' half-hearted planning, but there was a bigger issue. Unbeknownst to the public, the passenger flight that was hijacked was supposed to have a very important piece of cargo loaded onto it. During the confusion surrounding the hijacking incident, the cargo seems to have been stolen before it was loaded onto the plane. The hijacking was just a smokescreen for the real crime. Using a hijacking as a distraction for a simple cargo theft is pretty daring, but it's also desperate and risky. My mission is to retrieve that cargo from whoever wanted it so badly. This isn't a situation that can just be left to ordinary policemen. This cargo is extremely dangerous, and the retrieval has to be done discreetly due to its sensitive nature. I look away from the monitor and begin walking away. The cell phone immediately begins ringing as if the caller was watching me the entire time. The name Mitsuru Kirijo appears on the sub-display. Mitsuru Kirijo. She's the one who summoned me here for the mission. I didn't tell her any details about my return flight, but she must have found the info on her own and called after learning of my arrival. She's still as prepared as ever.
It's me.
It's been a long time, Akihiko. I'm sorry to call you back on such short notice.
Don't worry about it. I was at a good stopping point.
Mitsuru has much a great standing in the group, but we've been classmates since middle school and we fought alongside me in the biggest battle. I have a feeling that the only reason we were able to pull through such an ordeal was because we helped each other back then.
So, who's our next enemy?
No, it was because of me. Me and my level 99 Thanatos.
Don't be so impatient. You received the brief I sent you, right? What I didn't say directly in it is that the stolen cargo was from Ergo Research.
I figured it would be Kirijo group related, with you having to call me back.
Most ordinary people in Japan would have at least heard of the name Kirijo. The Kirijo Group, a large conglomerate, one of the few within Japan that can boast a large market share overseas. Their influence is so ever persistent that they touch many aspects of a typical citizen's daily life, such as the brand of underwear that they wear, such as the juice they wear. What? I mean the juice they drink. Or wear. Whatever you choose. Mitsuru is part of that organization. In fact, she's the only daughter of its founding family. She grew up with untold responsibilities and expectations and was forced to navigate tumultuous social situations ever since she was young. It's so flippin' hard to read because the text is always white and it's like whiplash sometimes because of the background. That is why she has a refined personality, maturity beyond her years, and strong leadership skills. Although the same circumstances also expose her to the occasional surprise lapse into naivete.
What was inside this cargo?
The 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris.
An anti-shadow weapon? Does that mean...
Yes, she's one of Aegis's sister units. She was sealed at the time of the robbery, but we think it's very likely that she's been activated by now.
Which means there's a good chance there'll be a fight. Alright. Yeah, this would be too much for the normal authorities. Sounds like it'll be right up my alley.
He's gonna beat a robot up. The man who ran the group 2 generations ago, Koetsu Kirijo. He was the founder of the group and also Mitsuru's grandfather. Around 10 years ago, some researchers he was working on brought about a huge distortion to the world. The forces that created the distortion were known as shadows. I guess the best way I could describe them would be to say that they are monsters incarnated on the darkness on people's hearts. In any case, there's something completely absurd like that. Koetsu Kirijo used Ergo Research, a facility that would later be known as the infamous Kirijo Ergonomics Lab, to repeatedly perform inhumane experiments. He was artificially drawing out shadows in an attempt to gain powers beyond what mortal man should have. But the experiment failed during the final stages. What remained after was a big explosion where over 50 casualties and a distortion in the world that can never be repaired. Normal people are completely unable to sense the distortion at all, and yet the same distortion could cause the entire world to collapse. Oh shit, it's Yukari. Hey, that's me. Oh shit, I'm in the background. Damn, okay, MC cameo. 3 years ago, Mitsuru and I, along with our friends, devoted ourselves to a fight in order to end the threat of the collapse. Oh shit, I'm there. Canon. Also, bald Junpei, apparently. God. Old ass graphics. Oh, isn't that, that's Mitsuru's dad, too. He's in the shot, too. Rest in peace. The bonds and precious memories I gained from them are engraved upon my heart and haven't faded to this day.
Fighting is not our first option, but I'd be more reassured with you there. We have a general idea of where it was taken, the Inaba area, where there were reports of suspected shadow activity last year.
Okay, I'll meet up with you at the actual location.
Are you heading directly there? You never change. Let me know if you need anything and I'll make the arrangements.
Protein, that's all.
What? No, it's better I don't ask. I'll send you the precise location later.
Sorry to call when you've just returned from a trip, but I'm relying on your assistance.
You went to a lot of trouble to create the Shadow Operatives. I won't do anything to tarnish the name. I'll see you there.
The Shadow Operatives, that's the organization I'm a part of. We're a joint task force comprised of the Kirijo group and the police. Officially, we do not exist. Our main mission is to deal with shadow-related cases that the police are incapable of handling. Our objective is to prevent or minimize the collateral damage caused by shadows. Shadows can only be defeated by persona users. Mitsudo, myself, and many of the members belong to the Shadow Operatives have personas and knowledge about them. Mitsudo's fully dedicated herself to prevent Kirijo's tainted legacy from falling into the wrong hands. That is her... no. It is the shared duty of all of us in the group. I noticed that I've unconsciously formed my hand into a fist. I have an email from Mitsudo giving me the details of the meeting location. As usual, she's thoroughly planned this out.
Inaba, huh?
A smile appears on my face. An opportunity to use all the skills and strengths I've been owning. I will commit every fiber of my being to fulfill this duty I've been given. I couldn't ask for more. Akihiko, you look like the shadiest guy at the airport right now. You know, officer is about to come up. Oh shit, no, I saved over Mitsudo and whatever, it's fine. Officer is about to come up to Akihiko, be like, sir? What's in that bag? It's just protein. Sir, I'm gonna have to bring you into the customs office. Please follow me. It's so shady. Why is he wearing the hood? The same day, afternoon. I arrive in Inaba earlier than I'd planned. There's a lot of time to kill before I need to be in the meeting. In order to get a feel for the town and what's going on, I decide to walk around a bit. The looks of it is an ordinary countryside town. I can't believe that people think a level 4 shadow-related case occurred here last year. As far as I can tell, there doesn't seem to be any disturbance going on right now. Looks like that unit named Lapras isn't running amok here either. As soon as I stray from the main street a bit, it's mountains and fields as far as the eye can see. The air is clean and traffic is pretty light, so the town has that going for it. This would be a great place to go running early in the morning. I'm kind of hoping he runs into someone. I wait for evening to come while exploring as much of the town as I can.
It's almost time.
My cape flutters in the wind as I shadow box and jog to the meeting area, an intersection on the outskirts of town, of what this town would call its shopping district. Meeting up in a rural area like this is a bit of a tricky situation. Since the Shadow Operatives do not officially exist, we need to draw as little attention to our mission as possible. Hopefully we can quickly join up and be on our way so that the residents don't take notice to a bunch of outsiders assembling in their sleepy town. Unfortunately, when I arrive at the meeting point, Mitsudo and the others are nowhere to be seen.
Did something happen? I doubt she'd run into any trouble she couldn't handle, though.
Could it be that I'm at the wrong place? There aren't any tall buildings to block my view, so I look in every direction. The only thing obstructing my view is a mountain of garbage that looks like it might be a scrap heap or a junkyard. I may as well be diligent and head over there just to make sure. I see. And then he meets up with us. I enter the area and it's full of all kinds of junk. Cars and household appliances, large and small, are piled into small artificial mountains. I test my footing and begin climbing up the stacked trash. Looking down, I spot a long, black limousine that is completely out of the place in this tiny town. I come to a realization and sigh.
Of course. They'd stand out no matter where they were, so they could only park here.
Two of my friends are standing by the limousine. A woman decked out in a fur coat and a mechanical girl. It's Mitsudo and Aigis. Right before I call out to them, Aigis does something bizarre. She extends her right arm towards the TV screen in front of her and... Aigis' hand is passing right through the screen. Her steel fingers aren't breaking the TV screen, they're definitely going inside it. Concentric rings of white light are rippling forth from where she inserted her hand.
It's the same as mine. It's hard to say definitively since this is my first encounter with it, but I believe this reading is from a personality module.
Does that mean our retrieval target is inside the TV?
I don't understand how or why, but it seems that people can enter the TV. If that's the case, it would be the perfect place to hide stolen cargo. That makes things easier.
Huh. Sounds like fun.
The two of them look surprised.
Is that Akihiko?
I leap off the mountain of trash and land in front of them.
You didn't show up at the rendezvous point, so I went looking and found you here. This whole TV thing is pretty interesting.
Why is it when he takes off the hood, he also takes off his shirt as well? Like, this guy is Gray from Fairy Tale.
Akihiko, what on earth are you wearing? Just what were you doing overseas?
Well, didn't I tell you that I was on a training expedition?
Don't tell me you came here from the airport like that. Does the concept of keeping a low profile mean nothing to you?
I take a glance at Mitsudo and I can tell that she's summoning up her coldest stare. This clothing allows me to have much more mobility, but I don't think Mitsudo is going to listen to my explanation.
Mitsuru-san, I believe we have lost the right to complain about that.
Glancing at Mitsudo's clothing once again, I can't help but sigh. Since Aigus has already voiced what I wanted to say, I decide not to make a comeback. Mitsudo simply shakes her head and sighs back at me. Seriously, this is what happens when you grow up in a wealthy family sheltered from the lives that normal people live.
Anyway...
I slam my left fist into my right palm. Aigus' sister unit, Labris, is apparently inside the TV located in an obscure part of the countryside town. Gotta wonder, what else could be waiting for us
You
inside?
can get inside from that TV, right? And what are we waiting for?
Still the same Akihiko. We don't know the situation inside yet, and we'll need a secure means of getting out.
So what? If we want to get this Labris back, someone has to go inside, right?
Well, that's...
Mitsudo is at a loss for words. I know that I'm voicing my opinion more forcefully than she's used to, but it's what I have to do. I know Mitsudo well enough to sense when she needs someone to prod her into action. Wanting to exert control over every situation is a commendable trait, but in certain situations, waiting doesn't allow you to seize any more control, and it also gives your opponent more time to prepare.
Our target hijacked a plane to throw her into a TV in this town. If we sit on our hands, it's possible we'll be put in serious danger.
I lock eyes with Mitsudo. I take a step forward.
We're different from how we used to be. We made the choice to fight shadows as professionals. That's why I traveled around the world and trained harder than ever. And now that something's actually come up, you're hesitating? We agreed to do this. I'm ready to stake my life on the mission.
3 years ago, I had said that like it was my duty to help in the fights, but looking back on it now, I know that a lot of it was just for kicks. Seeing myself definitely become stronger and experiencing all that personal growth was incredible. Becoming stronger felt like it would satisfy some deep desire within me. And if I died giving my all against a really powerful opponent, I didn't really mind the thought of going out like that either. I was honestly fighting for myself more than anything else. But now, it has changed in me. I wandered around the world with something in the back of my mind constantly nagging at me. Something about not having a grasp of some part of myself. I know that I want power. The power to protect others. But that feeling has always been there. There's still something else, though. Something different. A few seconds of silence pass, then Mitsudo's eyes narrow. Her eyes are filled with a steely determination.
All right. Wait right here. I need to go make a phone call first.
Okay, but make it quick.
Mitsudo heads towards the long limousine with a wry smile. I turn my gaze towards the most prominent of the illegally dumped TVs. As I reach out towards the screen, my fingers sink into it exactly the same way Aigus's did.
My fists are ready for action.
Excitement wells up within me as a reaction to the new sensation I felt from my fingertips. It's like, ooh, TV land. I'll skip that. Same old scene. Oh, he starts here. Of course he starts in the gym. When I open my eyes again, the first thing I can see is a high ceiling. Got to my feet and took a look around. Basketball hoops, a ground lined with high tape, and folding chairs stacked high into the air.
Is this a gym?
Oh, whoops, I put auto on. What I'm seeing now isn't matching what I expected to see. If my memory is correct, I entered the TV with Mitsudo and Aigus. Is this what's inside of the TV? Then it hits me, this isn't reality. Everything looks extremely real, but I sense odd presence nearby. I brace myself inside this oddly quiet gym. Not the only one here, I must be cautious. I'm alone. I suddenly realized that Mitsudo and Aigus should be here too. Then they came into the TV with me, but they're nowhere to be seen. Did we get separated from each other when we were falling in? No, it's more likely that we were separated intentionally. Well, I don't really need to worry about them. I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to handle anything in here on their own. Even if something does attack them, those two will counterattack with icicle executions and Machine guns.
This feeling in the air reminds me of somewhere, though.
I felt this harsh atmosphere before. I dig through my memories. That's right, this is what Tartarus felt like. The tower full of shadows where we did battle 3 years ago. Since this area is unfamiliar and I'm assuming hostile, there's no knowing when an enemy may attack. But waiting around to get ambushed isn't really my thing. It's time for me to get moving. Just as I think that... Oh, the real Teddy? What in the world is that? A bizarre object approaches me from further inside the gym. It's red, blue, and round. On top of that, it's walking on 2 feet. I've wandered across the globe to different regions, but I've never seen such a bizarre creature as this.
Huh? There's a weird guy in a cape.
Weirder still, it's able to communicate with me.
You think you've got the right to call me weird? You seem suspicious.
How rude! I'll say the same back to you. Being half naked and wearing a cape is totally suspicious.
Agreed.
Could this be the pervert I've heard rumors about? My innocence is in danger.
You're making no sense at all. Who are you? Oh, don't tell me. Are you a shadow?
Huh? I'm Teddy. Teddy!
So you are a shadow.
I just said I'm Teddy. Teddy! It's easy.
No bear has fur that color. Or can talk.
How cruel. I'm an adorable, sexy beast, no matter what angle you're looking from.
Teddy. Teddy. Does that mean he's different from an ordinary kind of bear? Akihiko's like self-doubting himself now. Suddenly a monitor nearby springs to life. What appeared on it was also red, blue, and round. It's another bear thing, or to be exact, it was also Teddy.
I can't have you wandering about on your own.
Another Teddy?
You're such a troublesome bear. You're the troublesome one! How dare you do whatever you want while looking like me? It's a violation of my image rights!
What is a violation?
What's going on? Are you twins or something?
Yeah, twice removed.
Huh? I've discovered an unknown half-naked caped man! An intruder! Unexpected!
Suddenly, the sound of an image on the monitor gets corrupted just when I thought I was going to start figuring some things out about this place and those creatures. Unexpected. The screen flickers and dies out. Is this some kind of ruse? Here it comes. The monitor pops back up. Once again, it was Teddy. This is too confusing. I'm just going to refer to the TV bear as Bear 2. Bear 2. People in a lot of overseas cultures and suffixes like the second or the great onto their kids' names, so I figure I'll go with something similar. Yeah, or you know, maybe like movies or video games, they could just call it 2. I'm in some crazy TV world, so I'm not just going to assume that these guys are Japanese. Like, Bear number 2 is going to care anyways. I've wasted enough time rationalizing this. Bear 2, eyes gleams in a sinister manner. He starts speaking clearly now.
Case 04, unintended intruder. Entering elimination process.
Elimination, huh? I don't really have any clues as to what's going on yet. But I do know that Bear 2 has just won the right to be the first one to have a taste of my fist.
I don't know exactly what's going on, but I've seen enough. Looks like you're the enemy here, Bear number 2.
Well, Bear 2 doesn't give a shit. So what about Bear 1? I'm not sure how much stock I should put in common sense when I'm in the TV world, but if he's using a PA system, I guess that there needs to be some kind of control booth for it. Since I'm in some kind of school, that means I'm probably going to find Bear 2 in the announcement room. If Labrys is inside here and if Bear number 2 is running the whole event, he's going to have some kind of info about her. I turn to Teddy.
As for you, Teddy, he seems to be your enemy too, but why don't you step down and let me handle him?
I proceed to walk off and search for the announcement room, but...
No way!
What?
I mean, who are you? You haven't even told me your name. And that bear might be a bad guy who tricked my beloved sensei and friends. I can't leave this in the hands of a half-naked cape man like you.
That's true. Teddy looks surprisingly resolute as he refuses my offer. Does he have friends on his own? Is he trying to desperately to protect too?
Well, your costume is strange. I do like that fire in your eyes.
What's that supposed to mean? It sounds perverted coming from a half-naked cape guy.
I can't deny that.
Hey, I have a name. It's Akihiko Sanada. You don't have to call me half-naked cape guy. And I know I can't prove I'm on your side just by saying so. So judge for yourself whether I'm worthy of your trust. In the ring.
In the ring.
You're that excited to do this?
Fists don't lie, you know? Now come on, and I'll give you everything I got.
I put my fist out in front of me and focus. If one does not face their cowardice, they cannot summon a persona. That's why persona users used to have to undergo the trial of holding an evoker in their heads. But that was simply a ritual to overcome one's psychological blocks. It isn't required step in wielding personas. My resolution has always been within me after all.
Come, persona!
Caesar. I sense power rising from deep within me. I don't even think that Teddy's brainwashed. He's just like, yeah, let's do it. Come on, man. I'm not having a pervert go looking for my friends. Let's do it. Time to see if I can get these combos off. I'll try hitting him with my uppercut for now. Keep it simple. I'll do this.
Come out, persona.
Okay.
You're up.
Ah.
Uppercut. Uppercut. Uppercut.
Oh, 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 oh. Here we go. Come here. It's over. I give you the world. Damn, Teddy's theme is a banger, though. Or maybe I'm just a sucker for jazz.
The intruder is a persona user. Difficulties in elimination. Acknowledging as valid target.
Bear 2 is muttering something on the other side of the monitor after watching our bout. Seems that I've been officially promoted to the rank of valid target.
Persona user? Are you talking about me? What do you mean by valid target?
Irregularity has occurred. Multiple intruders detected. Emergency. Emergency. Oh, I know! I've just had a fun idea!
Oh no. Just as Bear 2 starts speaking like a normal person, the monitor suddenly cuts out. Seriously, who is this guy? One thing for sure, and it's that I need information right now. I lean over to Teddy and flatten his flattened body and lightly tap the back of his head.
Hey, Teddy, wake up.
No! Kanji! You're crushing me to death!
What's going on through this guy's head?
Teddy, wake up!
I smack Teddy a little more forcefully this time. I was worried that I might make him even flatter, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh my gosh. Looks like that did the trick. Teddy gets up using whatever weird stomach muscles he has and yells at me while he's still in that flattened state.
Hey! If you hit me so hard, you'll ruin my beautiful coat of fur! I'll go bald! And it's just Teddy, not Teddy!
This is getting to be a pain. Teddy purses his lips and looks away in it with a huff. I wanted to demonstrate my sincerity with my fist. There's no doubt that I did that. Then again, considering how badly flattened he is right now, I guess it's understandable that he doesn't want to talk to me.
Well, maybe I went a little too far. Let me at least talk to you. I have important business here too. I need as much information as I can get.
Aren't you going to say sorry?
Don't push your luck, or I'll pull out all your fur.
I was just joking! Well, I am a knowledgeable bear, so I'll make an exception for you and listen.
Hey, I'm the one who won. Where does he get off with this attitude? Doesn't feel right letting that slide, but I don't want him getting all pouty again. I took a deep breath and turned to face Teddy once more.
First off, what kind of world is this?
It's the TV world.
Well, at least I was right about that. Teddy then went on explaining that there is a mysterious TV program called the Midnight Channel that only appears at midnight. That TV broadcast is caused by this world inside a TV. Seems that Teddy is back to his original appearance, or rather his original thickness. He's like a big stress ball.
That's hard to believe. But
That's
even
true.
if that's true, why does it look like this? Is this supposed to be a school or something?
This is probably the school that Yosuke and the others go to.
It's a real place?
This world changes whenever someone comes here. I'm not sure why it's a school now, though.
It changes when people come here.
I used to live here for a long time, so I saw it happen a lot.
You lived here? Well, does that mean you're from this world? What are you?
That's,
Teddy starts clamming up all of a sudden. He started getting nervous when I blurted out the realization that I was living in the world, that he was living in this world, and that he wasn't human. Embarrassed about being different from humans, huh? Definitely doesn't look human, but it's easy enough to overlook because he's able to easily carry out a conversation with me. As his fist definitely had a heart. I guess immediately springs to mind. She's a machine, but she also has the same heart as a person. Though this Teddy may be some kind of costumed creature, he does have a heart as well. That being said, he does look pretty stupid.
There's so much I don't understand. But I can at least say I'm pretty sure you're no threat.
of course not. I'd never cause anyone any trouble.
If you know this world so well, does the name 5th Generation Labrys sound familiar?
I've never heard of it. Every day's great at Juness. I usually spend my time there.
Dang, that's so true.
When I came to, I was locked up here. I managed to escape, though, only to find that an imposter Teddy was causing a bunch of trouble with his P1 Grand Prix.
He was bummed out for a minute ago, but now his face is bright red and there's steam pouring out of his head. This guy's a real piece of work.
That guy who showed up on screen looked exactly like you.
He calls himself the General. But don't confuse me for that phony. The real Teddy is made of all natural bear fur.
If that was someone in disguise, there must be a reason he's trying to look like you.
Ooh, I know. It must be because he's jealous that Sensei and everyone love me the most. But he's not 1/1,000,000th as cute as me. Anyone can tell he's a fake.
Yeah, it's totally obvious. I recall what Teddy said about the Midnight Channel earlier. Some of the things that happen in this world are broadcasted to the outside world. If that's the case, then misinformation may be spread and people could be confused or misled. At this moment, I'm not sure why someone would be intentionally causing such confusion, but this Teddy guy mentioned that his friends were here. If Bear 2 is in opposition to them, then it's not big of a stretch to imagine that he's trying to turn them against each other.
Alright, one last question. You said you used to live here. Do you know how to get out?
Of course! That was one of my specialties. I always helped other people when they needed to leave. But it's not working here for some reason. I'm losing my confidence. This is one bear of a Ted-ache.
Headache, that's a new one.
Ooh, that was an advanced joke.
Let's not get too ambitious here.
This is no laughing matter. We won't be able to get out like this.
That wasn't advanced at all, sheesh. You did give me valuable info though. I now have somewhat of a grasp of the situation. My main objectives of retrieving Labrys and escaping from this world. I won't be able to accomplish either of these things as it stands. All we can really do on our own is speculate. So Bear 2, the General, was it? I'll have to pound some more detailed answers out of him. All I need to do is keep moving forward. And if I'm going to move forward, I don't see the harm in doing it quickly.
That's it. You're coming with me.
Just carry Teddy. I'm assuming that I'm probably going to need this guy's help in getting out of here later, so I grab the back of Teddy's head and sprint forward. But just as I'm about to exit the gym, Teddy gets completely stuck on something.
You're gonna tear it off!
I look behind me and Teddy is wildly flailing his arms around. But I don't see anything holding him back. What kind of trick is this?
Hey! You almost made me lose my head!
Ignoring the huge fuss Teddy's making, I reach over towards where Teddy is stuck. But I don't feel anything. Guess I'll just have to try again. I pull the back of Teddy's head towards me with my full strength. While Akihiko's about to decapitate Teddy, he's definitely stuck on something. For a moment, it looked like the zipper on Teddy's neck warped. And whatever, it's probably just my imagination.
Huh? Looks like there's a wall that I can get through, but you can't. What a bizarre place this is.
Says the half-naked cape guy who pulled at my head so hard it almost came off.
Oh well, I'll have to leave you here. Make sure you don't go anywhere alone, you hear me?
I can't burn any more time here. As I turn my back towards Teddy to proceed on, his yell echoes inside the gym.
I won't let you abandon me! I get lonely real fast! I'm coming with you!
This is actually a great dynamic. This is Akihiko, the straight man, and then Teddy, he's not even the funny man, he's just the annoying man. An enormous crash reverberates throughout the area. When I turn around, I see a flattened Teddy fluttering to the ground like a sheet of paper falling on a deck. He must have gotten a running start and slammed right into whatever's there at full force. Did he just run headfirst to an invisible wall without even thinking about how much it would hurt? Huh. This guy said that the general is an enemy of his friends. Because his friends are at risk, he can't just leave everything to me. His lack of regard for personal safety may be because he's so worried about his friends. He behaves oddly, but once you look past that, I can totally empathize with him.
Sorry. I'll come back for you when all this is settled.
And he never came back. Just hang tight, Teddy. I know it's a tough situation. I hurry to where the enemy is for my mission and for the sake of Teddy and his friends. When I step outside the gym, I hear a cheer from somewhere. The voices seem to be coming from outside the school building. A large number of people come into this world? This place is supposed to be the world inside a TV, but this kind of seems like a real school. Feels like an event, like a culture festival or a field day. Still so much about this place that I don't know. There were many parts of Teddy's explanation that I couldn't grasp. I need first-hand knowledge. I need to see some things with my own eyes. I step out to what looks like the school's main gate and check the nameplate.
Yasagami High School. I remember seeing that name in the report on Inaba.
So what Teddy told me was true. This place seems to be based on a high school that actually exists. But why recreate a high school building inside a TV? As I'm taking stock of my surroundings, a high-pitched girl's voice emanates from a nearby speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, what will the next match be like?
An abrupt and confusing school announcement. Tears arise from somewhere seemingly in response to the announcements. I sense the presence of others, and when I look around, I notice silhouettes of students that seem to be watching from all angles. Are they human? They certainly look like they're human, but I don't sense any life in them. No matter where in the world I went, people who were excited about a battle had a certain spark to them. These guys don't have it.
Wow, this is one fired up crowd. Hi everyone, I, Rizette, will be your commentator.
Also, apparently you can play as Rise too. Rise is a fighter. I don't know if she has a story, but I kind of look forward to playing as Rise. This is her first time fighting.
But first, the general would like to say a few words. The mic's all yours, sir.
The general. Oh, come on, Teddy. As if answering the commotion, the monitor set up in the center turns on. The General Teddy appears on the screen.
Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix! Presenting the manliest of all men! Oh, so you've come this far. I applaud your bravery in not running away.
Thank you. Thank you.
Still hiding behind a monitor? It's about time you showed up in person. I'll crush you.
Nope, sorry, but I'm not falling for a cheap ploy like that. You better follow the rules. Allow me to explain. The P1 Grand Prix is a one-on-one battle. Those who are paired off must fight. Only the winner may move on.
Only the winner may move on. And that invisible wall that Teddy ran into with his face must be part of the contest this guy set up.
Huh. Interesting. Who are you gonna make me fight?
I pity the fool. The bizarre laugh plays and the image on the screen switches. What showed up next seemed like an odd commercial for a P1 Grand Prix. If someone produced a video like this for the event, does that mean everyone here is a willing participant? From the looks of it, they seem like ordinary students. I just don't think everyday students like this would be involved in the hijacking of an airplane and the stealing of Lapras, but...
Huh? Who are they?
I don't have to answer that.
Sorry, but I don't have time to play along. I'm taking back Lapras.
You are?
The general on the screen looks shocked by my words. He's been evasive or just laughing at anything I said until now, so this obviously struck a nerve.
Don't think everything's gonna be that easy for you. You all should suffer, and then suffer some more!
I'm not sure what specifically antagonized him, but it seems like he definitely knows something about Labris. You think you can make me suffer, huh? Well, bring it on. I flourish my cape and head into the school building.
It won't be easy, huh?
I think about what the general said a moment ago. Honestly, I can't really think of too many times in my life when things went easy. Growing up as an orphan, my memories of losing what was precious to me. I've never gotten too burdened by it, but I've constantly been pitied by others for my misfortunes.
Whatever. I never expected it to be.
The pain of loss is my source of determination. I must stay strong in order to protect those who are precious and by my side right now. He is the true Beefcake Emperor. I proceed through the school building, and after climbing a number of stairs, I notice something odd. This place is bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. The hallways don't turn in that direction you'd expect based on how the outside of the building looks, and the way the classrooms connect with each other is bizarre as well.
This is what I'd figure another world would be like. Huh.
I reach towards the upcoming corner, and I come into contact with an invisible wall. I see, so this is what prevented Teddy from following me. I could have done much earlier, but now that I can actually touch it, I put all my strength into that strike, but the wall barely gave at all. If it shakes, that means it's taken some damage. If I keep attacking it, I may be able to break through a portion of it and punch my way out. But I really don't know how much of this whole charade I can break through by destroying these walls. It would be a smarter way of expending my energy. That's when something catches my eye. A window. Oh my gosh, this is where Chie's watching him. When I reach towards it, the invisible wall doesn't impede my progress.
Whoever set this up only thought about blocking people's paths. Anywhere there already was a real wall got overlooked.
I'm not obligated to play about the enemy's gimmicks. If they want me to go one way, maybe I can get an advantage by taking a route that they don't expect.
Then I'll just go another way.
Through the window. Through the wall. You get that reference? Congrats. Old song. I put my hands on the window's frames and jump outside. Sure. Why not? I will save. You know what? I land near a classroom that seems to be partly below ground level. I look through one of the windows, though the interior is odd and looks like a music room. The window's closed, but it's still just a glass window. If this was a real school, I'd hesitate to do this, but hey, it's a fake world. I rear back and put my fist through the window. Bam! Property damage.
Whoa! What the? Who are you?
Oh, Kanji. There's someone else already inside the room. He's a well-built young man in a school uniform.
You're that guy from the video.
Did you just come falling from up there? What's going on? Answer me!
I remember now. You're the blood-curdling beefsteak emperor.
That's right.
Hell no, come on! Did you even try to remember my name?
So that P1 Grand Prix thing has already started.
I recall the rules that those who encountered each other must fight. The general said that only the winner can proceed. I decided to see if those rules are still in effect and reach towards the exit of the music room. I feel the same wall I felt earlier barring my path. The same goes for the window I came from. It's irritating that I'll have to follow the rules and fight. But since the walls can't be easily destroyed, I've got no choice. I don't know what kind of circumstances this kanji guy faced with, but if we're gonna fight, we might as well do it right.
Hey, take off your clothes.
What?
Oh, what the hell? How can you ask that straight out?
What's wrong with what I said? Won't it be hard to maneuver wearing that?
Really, Akihiko? Really? In front of Shadow Beethoven and Shadow Mozart and Bach? We're gonna do this here?
Maneuver?
Why is he getting all flustered? His face is red. Maybe he's just not feeling well.
What are you all flustered for? I'm talking about your jacket. If you don't wear it right, it'll get in your way during the fight.
Oh, my jacket? You just said that to begin with? There's no real meaning behind this. It's like, you know, just the way I wear it.
It's plain weird.
Says the guy who's half naked except for a cape.
That's not true. I have a hunting knife.
Seriously, you're ridiculous! It's bad bad manners to jump out a window like that.
The general makes a disgusted face and seems to be pretty upset about me mucking up his plans.
Sorry to say, I've never been big on manners. Too bad things didn't go your way.
We'll see if you can keep that attitude up for long. You must fight whoever you're paired with. Now get started!
I understand that, but I can't attack someone who doesn't have the urge to fight. I turn towards Kanji to spur him on, but his expression is completely different than it was before. The redness in his cheeks is gone, and there's a fire in his eyes that seem almost murderous. Huh. Looks like there was no need for me to worry after all.
Ace, you keep saying the weirdest crap. Looks like I'll have to make you leave. Let's get this started, Capey!
What, now you're interested? Alright, come and get me.
You're not really strong anyway. You're just a fake. Nothing worthy about it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Shut up! Why not ask yourself that? Here goes.
This will be a fight. Too slow character. Actually, no, Akihiko is pretty fast. But Kanji hits harder, I know that. 1996, 1991, 5-year difference. Let's do it. Hit him with a light combo first. I want to gain up my SP. Okay, do this. Nice. And end up with this.
Let's see who's like this.
Oh wait, do this. Can't move.
No way.
No again. Yeah.
A round of applause for both sides.
Good combo. I'm stepping on his face. Look at me disrespecting Kanji like that. Savage. I took a deep breath next to the collapsed Kanji to lower my heart rate, and wind down from the battle. Then I calmly re-examined my surroundings. During the battle, I had noticed that the spectating students had changed into something completely different. They're not humans, they're silhouettes shaped like people or something. I don't know why they're showing their true form now, but that's fine. If they're not human, then there's no need to worry about them, I'll just leave them be. And if they happen to turn hostile, I can easily crush lifeless creatures like that. Kanji regains consciousness. He's recovered much more quickly than I was expecting.
It's amazing. So this is what you meant by going at it with nothing to hide.
When did I say that?
You're one passionate guy. Guess you're no ordinary pervert.
Oh, since when am I a pervert?
Kanji flashes a bright smile that's different from the ones he displayed before the fight. Anger and hatred have fled his body entirely. Now that the fight is over, it seems like he's got spirit.
Ow! Man, for a dream, this sure hurts.
Oh my god, and Kanji still thinks this is a dream.
Huh? That's weird. How come a dude I've never met before is here in my dream?
A dream? What are you talking about? Aren't we inside the TV world?
Huh?
The TV world. If you can dream with your eyes open, I'm pretty impressed.
What? You're inside the TV? I seriously thought this was all a dream!
It doesn't seem like Kanji's acting. He honestly doesn't seem to think that this entire thing was all a dream. I thought that the point of this promo video was related to the general, but maybe everyone here was actually dragged into this by force. If so, I can't abandon the others who were in that video either.
Hey, do you have any idea who the other people in that video were?
They were pretty much all my friends, but...
Oh, crap.
Kanji clutches his head as something occurs to him. This seems quite serious.
I thought this was a dream, so I kinda sorta beat the snot out of a couple of them.
Well, if they lost to someone who was half asleep, they'll just have to suck it up.
You think so? Things are just that black and white to you, huh?
Seriously? I thought it was going to be some important info. This Kanji guy's been yanked out of his normal life into this weird situation, yet he seems oddly blasé about it.
Wait, if this isn't a dream, then Ted and Rise are really hosting it?
General Teddy. The other Teddy said that he was a fake.
A fake? You're kidding me! How'd he make such a perfect copy of the bear suit?
That's what I want to know.
That's the part you're hung up on?
Yeah. They're hardly twisted bastards who enjoy watching friends crush each other.
You seem pretty sure of your friends.
Man, the things I went through with those guys. And here I thought you were a pervert who wasn't listening to a word I said. Guess I had you figured wrong.
Looks like this guy's having a tough enough time just changing the way he thinks about me. Maybe he's just an idiot. The way his expression changes to that honest and relieved look when he's talking about his friends. Seems that he has friends that he can really trust. If we met under less dangerous circumstances, I wouldn't mind sitting around and chatting with him for a bit. But I have a duty to attend right now.
By the way, have you heard the name Labris anywhere? She's supposed to be somewhere in here.
Huh? Lab rat? What?
I see. No, if you don't know, don't worry about it.
And with that, I leave Kanji and begin walking towards the door. Kanji calls out and stops me.
Hey, wait a second. You haven't told me anything about you. Who are you? What did you come inside the TV for?
There's no point in explaining.
What?
Kanji attempts to stop me, but he changes his mind. His expression tells me he's not satisfied with this outcome, but he swallows his frustration and takes a seat on the ground. Since he's fought against a number of people already, he must understand that he can't proceed on because he lost. Kanji looks directly into my eyes and speaks up.
Well, I was the loser here, so I can't complain. If this isn't a dream, then my friends are in trouble.
That's all you needed to say. I answer with a smile.
I know. I won't let anything happen to him.
The way you fought says it all. You can't throw punches like that without a shitload of training. I could feel your determination behind every one.
Yeah, the same's true for you. Good work.
Phrases exchanged after trying to beat each other senseless. We have a moment that only those who have brawled against each other can share. Oh my god. Kanji's skills are exceptional for a high school student. When I was in the boxing club, there were only a handful of guys who could stand to trade blows with me just like he did. Considering that he's this good and with self-taught fighting, there's no question that he'd become an unparalleled fighter if he had proper training.
But you should be careful. My friends are hella strong, you know? If you're not careful, you'll be eating pavement.
Was that supposed to be a genuine warning for me, or was that a boast about how great his friends are? Either way, I can understand his feeling behind his words, so I smile back at him.
I don't know about that. My fists can't be stopped that easily.
There's nothing more I need to say to Kanji. I turn and begin running down the hallway. Let me fight Elizabeth again. She only appeared during Yu's story. I was like, where is she now? Sometimes after parting ways with Kanji.
This is pointless.
I'm still wandering aimlessly throughout the school building. I have no idea if the path I'm taking right now is correct or not, because the invisible walls keep getting in my way. I spot another window and reach towards it.
Guess they fixed that little loophole.
It didn't take them very long to put an invisible wall over the windows. Just as I pull my hand back, the PA system blares.
No more breaking the rules. Seriously, why can't some people follow simple directions?
You act like I ever intended on following your rules.
The fact that they've gone to the trouble to correct their oversights means they're limiting our movements must be very important to them. They don't want us to. They don't want to let us escape. So that probably means that there's something waiting up ahead that they placed there for me. I follow the path dictated by the invisible walls until I reach a classroom. Is this where they wanted me to go?
Akihiko, you're all right. Then again, seeing you isn't necessarily cause for celebration. If we're both here in one place, that means...
Got a fighter.
Yeah, looks like it.
Who I found inside the classroom was none other than Mitsuru. Normally running into her would be a great relief since it would give me a capable ally, but since the stupid P1 rules are in effect, this isn't the case.
So, you're my next opponent.
This is exactly what the enemy wanted.
When Mitsuru makes the bitter declaration, the monitor inside the classroom turns on. I already knew who I'd be seeing. It's the General. Call him Bear 2.
Ta-da! Well, this is about to get real interesting. An unwanted battle between friends. I hope you two enjoy it to the fullest.
Is that supposed to upset us? Can you believe this guy, Mitsuru?
This certainly is an unwanted battle between friends. I have no intention of fighting against Mitsuru. We both understand what needs to be done in order to accomplish the mission. There's no way we would allow a little something like this to shake our resolve. But oddly, when I look back towards Mitsuru, I see her looking at me with pity.
I'm sorry, Akihiko. I believe I may have driven you into a corner.
Huh? What do you mean?
I should have realized much sooner. It's not strength you truly desire,
but protein.
What you really want is to forget your fear of losing others.
Oh.
That's why you throw yourself so fervently into your training.
Yeah, okay.
It's a twisted form of escape. At the very least, you can allow me to put an end to such things.
Forget my fears of losing others, huh? As Mitsudo well knows, I have lost countless things up until now. That anxiety that I've buried somewhere in my heart may strike at me at any moment. The Mitsudo I know wouldn't bring up something like that at this time. It'd be obvious to any friend of Mitsudo. There's something going on here.
Teddy, and Kanji also started getting personal before the fight.
Why is he calling Teddy his old name now?
Is this some kind of trick?
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Sounds to me like she means it.
Shut up, Bear 2.
I don't know what you're up to here, but you're gonna have to try harder.
Bear Square?
It's fine, though. I'll just take this chance to enjoy some serious sparring.
Those who encounter one another must fight, and only the victor may proceed. Since the rule still stands, we gotta fight. They've removed any choice we had. I turned to face Mitsudo once again.
There were a bunch of people I wanted to fight once I got back to Japan, to test my skills. And you were at the top of the list, Mitsuru. Didn't think I'd get a chance so soon, though.
Mitsudo takes her stance without saying a word. The tension of battle sends a tingle through all my muscles in my body.
Here goes, Akihiko.
Come and get me, Mitsuru!
Yo, Akihiko doesn't even care. He's blowing out people left and right. He's like Kanji. Except he doesn't think it's a dream. He's just beating up people. Which means Kanji and Akihiko are the strongest fighters, canonically. Their mental is strong. Unwavering. Unwavering belief. Alright, let's do it. I'll do this, then I'll do this. Then I'll summon Caesar. Grab. Okay. Okay. And I'll charge up.
Now, will they go for the kill?
Wait, I can do instant kill right now? Sweet, alright. It's over. She kind of walked into that though. Mitsudo is no more. Sure, why not? Took me 1 minute to beat her. Easy. Battle is over. I glanced down at her. She keeps her firm expression and opens her mouth.
I yield. Your skills have improved tremendously, Akihiko.
Yours too. I was really worried there that you might execute me.
Mitsudo gives me a wry smile. That's the Mitsudo I know. So her odd behavior prior to the fight was all the general's work, I wonder.
Mitsuru, what did I say to you before the fight?
Huh? Why do you ask? As I recall, you said some unkind things about my late father.
I knew it. Of course, I had no memories of saying anything like that because I didn't. The general's probably got some trick that warps the opponent's reality so that good friends will hate each other. Maybe it was all an illusion? I don't understand how it all works, but there's one thing that I'm absolutely certain of. Mitsudo and I turn towards the monitor and smugly smile at the general. The little gimmick is completely useless. General Teddy can barely contain his hatred as he responds.
How can you fight without holding back like that? People hesitate more when they face their friends. They break down. They suffer. So how come you aren't suffering? Why? I don't understand.
Teddy, I'm a veteran at this game, okay? I beat your story 8 times now. 9 after this.
I'm not surprised. Anyone who needs to trick people to get his way wouldn't understand. Our bonds aren't that flimsy.
Nope, he left the call. After the general glowers at us, the communication cuts off. I'm learning so many new words in this game. Glowers. Suffer, huh? The general was going on about making us suffer earlier. That's why he had us all fighting here, to make us suffer? But then why would he steal Labris?
Akihiko, let's compare notes. I want to confirm our situation.
Right. Although I don't have much for you.
I give her a summary of everything I figured out up to this point. Since Mitsudo's persona has a search ability, I'm sure she's been able to gather much more info than I have. She seems to already know everything that I've discovered, so Mitsudo fills me in on what she's learned. I guess is safe, though neither of us have encountered her. All the high school students in the commercial seem to be Persona users, and the General seems to be gathering Persona users into this world. Unfortunately, neither of us know what his intentions are. More importantly, where's Labrys?
Did you find Labrys?
Igus seems to have made contact with her. She seems to be calling herself the student council president of the school. In fact, she's going so far as to play the part.
Play the part?
She seems to be unaware that she entered a TV. It's possible that someone forced her in here, but that doesn't explain why she's acting out a role in school life.
I have no idea what that could be about right now. This place is a school, but it's still a copy of a school in another world. What kind of school life could possibly be here?
And one more thing. I heard a strange voice. I'm not certain, but it's most likely Labrys. Either her inner thoughts or her memories. It was a voice of deep sorrow, suffering, sadness. It was so vivid I wanted to cover my ears.
Mitsuru cast down her eyes as if relieving the pain. A great portion of Ergo research data was lost because of the actions of a former researcher. He was the mastermind behind the events 3 years ago. Oh shit, Ikutsuki mentioned. All of this would be mortifying for Mitsuru. The man is the reason why her family was taken from her.
If that was truly Labrys, then she's practically human. She may not be that far behind Igus in terms of mimesis.
Sure, Igus's sister unit would have a mind. But does that mean the older version is more advanced?
Doesn't seem likely, but I can't say for certain. Still, I'm only speculating. But I feel like her deeply negative emotions are connected to this tournament.
Connected how?
Do you really think Labrys was stolen? The General seemed to want to make us suffer rather than eliminate us. Would a thief wish for that? Or draw in unrelated high school students?
I see. That General Teddy's actions do seem in line with what Labrys wants. He actually may in fact be Labrys.
It's possible that Labrys regained consciousness much earlier and escaped when she was being transported.
I can't deny that possibility right now, but there is something else I do know.
Mitsuru, you're doing your brow furrowing thing again.
What? That doesn't matter right now.
You're overthinking things. All this conjecture and speculation will drive you nuts. Let's pick this up again once we defeat the enemy.
Mitsuru's always been like this. She imagines worst case scenarios that haven't even happened yet and burdens herself coming up with contingency plans based on them. Even though she doesn't necessarily stop moving forward, it certainly does weigh her down. Sometimes we need that hard-headedness, but there's a time and a place for it.
Ever think that maybe it's you who's underthinking things?
Anyway, there's no time to lose right now. You know where the enemy is, right?
Yes, I've traced its location. It should be nearby. I will leave the rest to you, Akihiko. Don't disappoint me, all right?
As Mitsuru says those words, her expression softens a bit. It seems that I've been able to reach her.
Ha! Of course not.
Mitsuru has grown as well. She's changed since the battle 3 years ago. Now that I think about it, a lot of time has passed since then. None of us have remained stuck in the past. We've all changed. I part ways with Mitsuru and hurry on ahead. According to Mitsuru's search, the enemy seems to be nearby. The enemy is waiting for their encounter with us as well. Well, that's one wish I won't mind granting at all. Oh, someone's fighting. Just as I reach the top of the stairs, a loud noise punctuates the atmosphere. Is someone on a rampage with their persona? No, that's not it. It's the sound of a massive object created upon impact. I hear it again, coming from the room ahead. There are no invisible walls that prevent me from making my way towards the sound, and I finally reach my destination.
The announcement room. Here we go.
Someone's fighting or someone's transforming. The monitors and PA system must be controlled from this room. I grab the door handle, but it won't open. This is different from those invisible walls, however, it's just an ordinary door. Sorry if there's a broadcast going on, but I'm going to have to punch my way in. You punch the wall? I smash through the door and enter the room.
Whoa! It's that red cape guy I saw earlier!
Okay, well, canonically, Chie did see Akihiko jump out the window. Nice. Everyone inside immediately wheels around to face me. There are 2 female students before me. One of them I recognize from the video, but the other one is an unfamiliar face. It's my first time seeing her, but I immediately know who she is. Oh, and she's already transformed too. She looks just like a regular person aside from all the mechanical parts. It's Labrys. And General Teddy.
So it wasn't Labrys after all.
General Teddy, who's glaring at me, begins to change. What? as I enter the room. Cutscene. God damn it.
I am a shadow. The true self.
Another Labrys.
Oh, nice. We're picking up from here. So Akihiko's story is directly intertwined with Chie. Well, this is completely unexpected. I can't even come up with a reason for why someone like this would occur. Maybe this is another one of his illusions. You know, if that were true, what I'm seeing would be a more direct assault on my inner thoughts. I started inventing and discarding possible reactions for what's happening. Eventually, I just cast aside all my theories. I take a deep breath and calm myself. What is my objective? I was summoned to retrieve Labrys and to prevent any damage from spreading. Doesn't matter if there's 1 or 2 or 24 of her. Or 21 of her. Oh, that's a callback, right? 21 shadows. Was it 21 shadows? No. No, that's way too many. My initial objectives are unaffected, and I will give everything I have to complete my mission.
Fine. I'll just calm them both down.
Easy. Sensing the hostility directed at me, I smile, eager for a fight. Alright, Chie whoop his ass. And that's Akihiko's story. Nice. Who is this last person? Don't tell me this is going to be like General Teddy's story. That might be kind of unexpected though. It's also right next to Teddy too, so maybe we get to see Shadow Aigis, not Shadow Aigis. Shadow Labrys, that'd be cool. Or General Teddy. But that concludes Akihiko's story. What a fun character. I think now that we've almost played all the characters, at least in this hub, my favorites have to be Mitsuru, Akihiko, Teddy, and Kanji. Those 4. I think Teddy's one of the most fun, like he's really smooth to play. Kanji is nice because he's slow enough, so it's easy to kind of get off my combos and actually appreciate what I'm doing. Mitsuru is just insanely OP in my opinion because of her reach, and Akihiko's got some sick combos, so yeah. I like that a lot. But we will be finishing off with Aigis in the next time, and Labrys, and hopefully unlocking the last person here, whoever that might be. So I will see you all tomorrow.